So, weekly update. I think I'm gonna do this in English also this time, since few people who have joined or showed interest are English speakers. I have my calendar there. Good morning. Not sure if someone comments, others are able to see or how this works. Morning tai huomenta. Tässä olemme nyt vain me. Ihanaa, kun me olemme aina reippaina täällä kaikissa liveissä mukana. Hauskaa. But not sure if one new person is able to join the live. I guess I'm gonna spend the 30 minutes going through last week, and this is my calendar. It is very full. So even I have to start looking at what I did last week. And I'm also a bit tired because last Saturday, or even I think it was Sunday 5:30 that I came home and went to bed. And yesterday I was just, I don't remember when was the last time I just laid in bed and watched TV series the whole day because I was so tired. But we had a party because I'm part of a collective, or it's an association for electronic music here in Kajaani or Kainuu. I think just in Kajaani, let's say, because in Kuhmo they have their own association, and somewhere else I'm thinking if Suomussalmi has any, not sure, because that's familiar for me. But this is here in Kajaani region, but we do want to host parties all around Kainuu. Probably gonna host maybe some or attend some in Kuopio, Oulu. Nothing planned, but since Kajaani scene is quite small also in the electronic music field, not just the kink field, so you sometimes have to stretch your scope and attend events outside of this place. But this Saturday we had a collaborative party, rave party. I love that it's called rave party. It's not a rave, it's rave party, because it took place in a club bar in Kajaani, like a regular bar. But they wanted to host this event with us since they thought people might want to see something different, not just the typical Finnish pop rap chart mainstream music. They wanted to see if Kajaani people were interested in electronic music, and turns out they are, because we had a full house the whole evening. I started playing. I wasn't supposed to play, but then someone got sick. They had a flu and a fever, so I offered to fill in, and it was actually a really good decision. I was quite nervous because I used to play a lot between ages maybe 20, 21, 23 to 27, maybe. I had my years of playing, because I used to attend parties, raves, and we hosted our own just at mm, Airbnbs and cottages and friends' houses, and maybe sometimes someone had a venue and then we hosted there. But mm, mm-mm. Yeah, first I danced. I love dancing. I love music. I come from a really musical background. My family is quite musical, not in electronic music way, but my mom is. I love how she's really happy and excited because all of us children, I have siblings also, but all of us children are into electronic music and dancing and DJing and producing music. My brother, he produces his own music, and the other, they are little brothers, but other is drum and bass DJ, and he plays bass house. So we all do music in our own way, and there's this generational difference. Like mom plays piano and sings and plays guitar, and my dad has a grandpa band. They have been playing together since they were like 16-year-old boys, and now he's 70. But they play music like old rock. So that's what I grew up with. But now, since everything is on the computer and the times are different, I didn't go into rock and roll. I went into raves. Mm, so I am losing train of thought. The point was, yeah, the point was that I haven't been actively playing in years, like years, because I stopped going to raves. I had like this uh, become sober, stop partying, get your life together years. I had that phase. Uh, and then I thought that maybe I'm too old for this. Maybe I don't like it sober, but I actually like it better. And now, before moving here in Kajani, I heard in 23, I heard that there was this nightclub, Sound Factory, in Kajani, and that plays electronic music. And I was really excited because Kajani is not that big. Like, this is a small place, small city. So having your own electronic music club is quite niche, and that's my niche. Like, I want kink, I want raves, then I'm happy. And I don't need them often. Like, I don't want to go partying every weekend. I That's what I'm too old for. But I want to go partying every other month or maybe once a month. And I want to do that with nice people. And that's what's happening with Korpi Kollektiivi. I joined and I was playing. We played at Sound Factory at the end of August. That was my first gig in 8 years, I think. And it went okay. And I got to practice sometime before, like 2 weeks. Now I knew 2 days before, and they were like, "Hey, do you want to come and play?" And I was like, "Okay, probably I want to." And then I played, and it was really fun. There were so many people. Yeah, now I can get back to, like, I started at 11 and the dance floor was almost full immediately. So it started off great. Then we had three more playing different genres, and people were really excited. They were loving it. It was fun. Mm, but I don't usually stay up that late. I don't like to. I am very specific about my sleep these days. I want to have 8 to 12 hours. I sometimes do require 12 hours of sleep. I am a sensitive and gentle creature. So I need sleep. I need my rest. I need my peace and quiet. Mm, but every once in a while, I love dancing. I love playing. I love crazy hard music, or not hard, but like uh, loud. When it's the kind of music that I love, then I want to have it like really loud. And this was it. Mm, we went outdoors. That's what happened last week. I think the last live I was talking about me trying to be more present and the people around me, well, not complaining, but giving me notes that you are always occupied with your work. And maybe this has something to do with the raves and mm, me needing maybe stimulation, whatever the kind. And I do admit that I am or have been reflecting a lot the past year of how much does my work fill in that need for stimulation, and how does my working routine affect me and my relationships? Because I've never, like, I knew of people who were uh, workaholics, you could say. But I never thought I was one. Like, I don't love working that much, but I think it's like it happens when you do something that you love, that probably might happen. And yeah, I'm trying to be cautious about that because I do have a habit of getting stuck in well, not chores, but like if I have an assignment, I might get stuck doing it. I think I'm very much someone who hyper focuses on things, if you know the terminology. Mm, and I love that. That's how I do my best work. Uh, no goddess stuff here. This is just human stuff. If you wish to have goddess stuff is on Loyal Fans. But this Substack is me drinking morning coffee. I usually have a shirt that's dirty. It probably has stains or something. So Substack is a human platform. I hope to keep it this way because mm, it's not nothing to be in the dominant energy or the dominant mood. And I, yeah, I'm even distracted a bit just by like, it's a different energy. It's a different brain, different mood, different setting. Mm. And I need to have breaks from that too. I think it's a bit different if you do long-term lifestyle stuff, but mm, then you are also very acquainted with the other and you have a great communication. But yeah, Substack is for community and just me chatting. Mm, but yeah, the hyper focusing and the workaholic thing. Am I a workaholic? Hello, you are now. This is where you can admit if you have similar thoughts. Mm. And I don't think we like need to put a label on things. People can just be stuck doing their work stuff too much without any workaholic label. But I think that sums up the theme. Or like this is the theme my mind is trying to figure out. Mm, because I do love my work. It's okay. I love my work. I love what I do. I love what I'm creating. I love what I'm building. Mm, I do it with great people. I'm like, I think my work requires for me to always, mm, like, always plan something, always organize something. There's always million things running in the background. Someone commented that probably for everyone, like everyone has this these days because you have to multitask so much. You have to figure out where you live and what you do for a living, and maybe you need to get another job. And do you want to have a hobby? And you have relationships, and people live in different cities. And yeah, and then maybe if you are someone like me, you're also going through some uh, growth healing processes, and then you have to manage that on top of everything. And my goal has just been to tie all those things together so that if I do this thing, it also helps me with seven different things. Like if I have this life, it helps me with all my goals. Like, yes, this is not a goddess platform, but yes, you also get to know me and who I am, and you understand the person who I am. So maybe that's valuable to you, and then you can choose like on what platform you choose to get to know me better. And this is also good for me to sum up and organize my thoughts. Like, what happened last week? What do I want to do next week? And just keep people updated. Because I see, like, maybe not now, this is not that crucial, but 6 months in, after the summer, there has been people visiting, and we've had some projects happening. So it's really good to people who maybe visited in April to know what happened in July. So mm, yeah, I don't think if I'm ready to start giving tips in these morning coffee lives. Yeah, because that is something I love. Mm, not educating, but I think I really like the position of, maybe it's more mentorship. Because I think that's what I'm professionally trained to do. Like you do social work, you're supposed to mm, understand structure and not mobilize, like ohjata, facilitate, schedule the customer's process of getting their getting their shit together, getting everything to work out, because life is very messy, and combining that messiness of life with some very strict bureaucratic system is always difficult. It very rarely works out in a way that you're like, hey, now I'm in this situation and this service is like perfect for me. I take this and then I take this and then things sort out. Things are messy. You don't fit into boxes and you need other things, and they offer you something and you really don't need it, and that's all they have to offer, and then you're left with nothing. Mm, so I think that's familiar to me, and that's also something I've had to uh, surf through my own personal process of working and studying and burning out, and studying a bit more and burning out a bit more, and trying to find out what is it that I need. Mm, is it even available? Can I even ask for it? Many times, no. And then you have to organize it yourself, to yourself, with others this time. Mm, but I like that position. I think that's at its best what combines the need for stimulation. Like I need mental mm, älyllinen brain.Ais älyllinen stimulaatio. Uh, like I need to be able to use my brain. That's a need. That is a personal core need for me. If I don't get to do that, I get depressed. So having complex uh, processes and problems that I'm trying to solve that's good for me. That's what I enjoy. That's where I rest, I think, at least if the problems are, mm, if they're useful. And I think that's what, yeah, intellectual stimulus. Thank you, intellect. Yes. Um, but I think that's what people are made for, like humans. That's what humans are made for. We are curious and we love solving problems. Mm, we love understanding things, and it drives us crazy if we don't understand things. Mm, and for me, combining or like realizing how, like, I am definitely not the only one who has combined the personal with the, let's say, ecological and universal, because they are combined. That's the whole topic of holistic healing, like all things combined. You need to think about every aspect of well-being to be able to be well. Mm, So, human problems, world problems, they offer lovely pähkinä purtavaksi. In Finnish, we say that you have nuts to chew uh, if there's like a complex intellectual problem that you need to solve. Mm, but yeah, we need those. Different people need them to different level or different depths. And some people enjoy physical doing more. I think I understand the importance of doing things physically, and I can also get stuck doing physical things. I can get stuck, mm, or maybe not stuck, but like repetition is calming. So, balance. I think it's the balance that I'm trying to figure out. Like, I need this. I need my complex whole life uh, in covering problems to solve. But not just problems. I think I'm very solution oriented. Mm, I think my years of ruminating in the problems and not feeling okay and trying to figure things out, mm, those are mostly behind me. I'm not saying I don't get sad or I don't have hard phases. I still have symptoms sometimes of burning out, and then I just try to rest and find more balance. But I am more solution oriented these days. I have been for some time, and I found answers that work for me. And that's why I'm doing all this. I think that's what generationally what's happening. At least if you are someone who is doing social media, or I don't know if it's influencing, but just like putting yourself out there and sharing what you're doing with others. Mm, and many have their own kokeilu. Because I wouldn't say that I have ready-made solutions or any like physical things, or like, hey, I have a perfect formula for a community. I don't. But my personal solution has been to like seek out community. So that's where I'm at. And I know that it's for me and for many, for vast majority of the world, the community will be very crucial of surviving structural uh, problems, crises. Mm, yeah. So I used to get the kicks out of rapes and out of uh, various substances. these days I get my kicks out of organizing and planning communities and also sober raves. And that's actually, mm, yeah, not sure. I think we started, you hopped on in the middle of my monologue, but we had a party happening in Kayani this Saturday and I DJ'd there and also danced there. Uh, but this has been a journey. It is a journey for everyone. Mhm. Okay, I have been babbling now. I don't know if when you comment, are you able to see each other's comments? And that is also something I am curious about. If we're not chatting as a group now, but maybe in the future we could. No. Okay, so it's only me. Uh, mm, do you think it is good or bad that you can't see each other's comments? Not even my own. Ah, so you're just sending them to the void and then I get to read them. Hmm. Okay. These are all features are new and they are different on different platforms. Yes. Okay. Mm, do you have anything you would like to? Ah, there's a cat invading the room. Hmm. Do you have any hellos or highs or questions or something? Mm, I saw that our uh, new, how could I say, like there's a person who's interested in what I'm doing. What's the word for that? Uh, I saw that you went through articles and notes and everything. I am very happy to. Mm, I'm happy to discuss and chat uh, inside these scheduled times. Like if I am here now, 30 to 60 minutes, hello, hello. Like I could do a 60-minute morning coffee if there is someone who wants to chat or ask questions or something. Mm, but I have very limited time because, like, this is the whole workaholic thing. Like, I have been probably poorly managing my time. I've also wanted to get to know people, like chat and message and answer everything, but it takes away the time here with the real. I mean, you are also real people, but I don't. I don't live with you. We don't have to create physical safety and like these community bonds with you right now. And I have people living with me, and I also have friendships and romantic relationships in personal life, and they. I don't want to use the word complain because I understand, like, I am getting notice that you are not present. You're always on your phone. You're always chatting and messaging. And is that important? And like, yes, I want to say, yes, it is important because I can, like many things I want to do, I can't do them alone. Mm. But I have to manage this some way. So this is also one way of managing it. If someone messages me, I can just say that, hey, come to my morning live. Uh, and then we can chat about those things here. And then I also think that it's useful for the community to also like hear more if they are interested in hearing more. I also understand that it can be a lot, like it can be so much stuff that I'm all the time like putting out and creating, that you're like, what is the platform I'm supposed to be on, or uh, what's important, what's not. Mm, but I think that that's also developing. It's a work in progress, and you also get to have a say. Like, mm, is this a good habit or a bad habit? And usually, you need to keep up doing certain things for a certain time to know if it's a good or a bad thing. But I'm trying to create more boxes and then stay inside those boxes, even though it might feel a bit harsh, mm, or it might. mm, Not sure what's the word I'm looking for, but mm, yeah. If you are too nice, you end up being not kind. And I think that kindness is also boundaries and prioritizing and knowing when to do certain things. And if you are trying to be available to everyone all the time, you end up being not available to uh, anyone. And that's my feeling right now. I'm trying to be available everywhere. I'm burning out, or like I'm tired of that. Mm. And then I end up being not present, like anywhere. I just keep running in circles, and everyone's like, "Hey, you're not here. You're not here. You're not here." Mm. So structure. 2026 was about presence, and it's also about structure, making time for things that actually matter. And then I think it's also up to you to make that time. And I would say that I appreciate uh, you people joining me here to these lives. It matters because this is the moment where I am present for you, and I very much appreciate that you choose to be present for me just by being here. I think that is lovely. It gives me mm, joy and hope, and it feels like I'm not talking to a wall, which is also okay. I have been talking to walls for almost 2 years. Well, not walls, but I. It's surprising how rarely you get good feedback, mm, or anyone stops and says that, "Hey, this is actually really great that you're doing it." I'm not doing this for the compliments, but just. Mm, mm, Maybe this is a tiny Monday morning vent. Like, why is this exhausting sometimes? Because that's what's try. Like, if you're trying to do something a bit out of the box, and I think many uh, many talking faces on the internet are like this. Everyone has their own thing. Like, they have their own mission, their own vision, and like you start gathering people to create that vision. Mm, But many of us are just that talking heads on the internet, and then you do your thing and you do it passionately, and you spend most your waking hours for that, and then mm, yeah, it's kind of rare that someone really stops and goes like, "Hey, this is actually great." mm, but it's happening slowly, and I know that uh, it will happen more because it also happens in real life. Mm. Okay, hey, this is an update thing. Mm, we are also hosting, well, not weekly. I'd like to make it weekly. but we host shibari rope workshops. Well, not workshops, but jams. We just gather to a place and tie ropes in Kajani. Mm, and once we are more set, like if we do those in a bigger place, we want to have like open invitation if someone wants to join and do ropes. Mm, maybe that's a community update. Like I have people who are somehow connected to this house, but they are not living here or they don't intend to live here because they have their own lives. Many, I would say, yeah, probably everyone who has children, uh, they have their own lives and own houses, and that's happening outside of this house. But then this house connects us in a way that we get to do hobby things together. Mm. So there is there's this living community of three of us, and then uh, we just like same things and we like each other community around doing ropes right now. We've also done photo shoots, like kinky flavored photo shoots. Mm, I'd like to organize some kink events, but for play events, I think I want to first have casual meetings. So there's this like vetting process. Yeah, lifestyle community. Yeah. And that is also growing around this house. Ooh, actually, okay, this is gonna continue. Uh, on Saturday, uh, I think she is Emerita Wilderness in Instagram, but she visited with her partner, and it was really lovely to meet them. I think she's planning slowly to start sharing about her dominatrix life. Mm, but I don't want to go follow her if you're interested. She's also a dom from Kainu. And we met at when Keiju was still Keiju. Now she is Satu. We met at Keiju and Evilia, Miss Evilia. We met at their Domina workshop and have been trying to meet up ever since because, yes, yes. Yeah, because she was Pohjolan Emerita first, but now she's Emerita Wilderness. But we met at the workshop and have been trying to meet up. And now we finally managed to do that. Yes, it's Emerita dot Wilderness. Yes. But it was really lovely. She lives on a farm, and I think she has been most active on TikTok. She makes small clips about her life there. Mm, and we found some common ground in our matriarchal uh, thrivings. Mm. Hmm. So that's also one small step further connecting, and it will be lovely to like visit each other and see how her dream is developing and her I don't want to call these empires. I because I I don't want to rule anything. I just want to be here and let people gather around me, and if they need me to figure out something, I want to help us together figure that out. What do you call that? Mm, probably community. Probably community. Okay, something else. No, I think that's it. Rave party went well. More to come. Uh, then work. Am I working too much? Uh, when I when am I available? Uh, then mm, I'm forgetting what did I talk about. The shibari thing. Yeah, because I think it's easier to start with telling people that hey, we do ropes because that's already like it's like yoga almost. It's like spicy yoga to people. Even my mom, who's 60 plus and she is a Christian, she understands. She's like, you do shibari. Okay, it's cool. Mm, so that's the sisäänheittotuote. Throw in the gateway drug to Kainu kinky community being more visible. Mm, but I really do. It's not a joke that you need to be a bit more cautious here. Like mm, if you want to stay relevant, if you want to like, because I don't want to be too in your face scary here because people are people are really new to these topics. Uh, I I think that even like being LBGT, like pride stuff, even that's frowned upon a bit. I'm in the pride committee this year, first time uh, volunteering. Mm. So I think in Sotkamo, the city the city council decided that if they want to host or if they want to flag, like if they want to raise up the rainbow flag, it's like, I don't know, costs a lot. So no support there for people outside of the norm. Mm, and mm, so if you want to be taken seriously, build something sustainably, like I don't want to shock. I want to expand. Uh, and if you want to expand, you can't just throw these grenades of uh, too alternative, too scary uh, to people. Mm, so we start with ropes. And this is not a evil plan. I think this is just something that uh, uh, mm, I think it's smart and wise. If you want to see a really bad example of throwing stuff at people's faces in these mm, small rural places, some cities. I'm not sure if it's still on Netflix. Tools noted hurt that people are right on needs to be seen. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen the Wild Wild Country on Netflix. It's about the Osho, the Indian guru, building I'm not sure, it's probably some tantra stuff because they dance around naked in the rooms and they have like orgies uh, but they also regenerated a desert area in the United States, some countryside, tiny town that has like 300 people living there. Mm. And it blew up on their faces because they arrived, or like the guru Osho arrived in a like golden Rolls Royce, and he had like a diamond watch. He was waving to the uh, United States countryside hillbillies, and it didn't go that well mm, for them. Like, I also think that they were doing a good thing. They managed to gather thousands of people there and grow food, and they had their own. I think they had their like own news publication, and this is all in the 70s, probably. Mm, but it ended up uh, with a tiny civil war almost, because then the hillbillies came with their shotguns, and I think the Indian guru had to, like, I don't know, buy machine guns. So they were like arming against each other at the end, just because they didn't approach respectfully and with care. Because I think that there is no point in shocking people when you can approach them with first with something they understand, and then maybe expand. And if they don't want to have expansion of their understanding of the world or consciousness, then you respect that and you keep more private. And I think mm, I don't think you should cover things up, but maybe lead with something human. Mm, and then add elements that mm, I don't think they shock, but that they might startle, startle, like shake up the world view. And I think that's what, like, to many people, they have lived such narrow lives, and not by their own choosing, but just because that's what life has been to them, and that's what's been available. And that's like here, everything is so far away, and you're quiet, secluded. I think this is a sometimes can be a good equivalent. Like you say, like, where did you live in a barrel? And maybe sometimes that checks. Maybe sometimes you weren't able to get that much connection to the outside world, and it's not anyone's fault. It's just how it is. And I think that's a reality here in the smaller places. Like, the vibe is completely different than in Helsinki. And it has, mm, it has, what is it? It has become clear to me in these few years that I've spent here doing various things. Mm, that the culture is different. This is the same country. We're still in Finland, but the culture is different. Mm, and it helps a bit that my relatives are from here, so I understand the deep rooted core pains that have happened here in the area. Like, this is right next to Russian border. People have been mm, very personally influenced by uh, the war, and like, still the area is harsh. The climate is harsh. It's darker than in Helsinki. It's colder. There's much more snow. People have like the famine was a real thing here when my grandmother was a child. People like 1-2 generations back, people were eating wood bark mixed to their flour, and then they made bread out of that. So uh, that's a real thing. Like, things have been rough here, and it affects your mentality. Mm. So let's be kind. Let's be kind, and let's approach with not fear, but with showing that this is important to me. This is meaningful to me. I'm passionate about this, and sharing the human aspects of that. And to me, the rave thing, like doing that this Saturday, bringing out our passion, the group who organized the party there, like our passion into the daylight, and showing that, hey, we are actually like, we do this for fun. We don't do this to do some weird, creepy shit. But like, we are humans. We do this because we enjoy this. This gives us joy and like the strength to carry on. Like, it is also true. Like my co-housing friend here, she said that you also need to schedule fun things, not just work. Like, schedule fun things into your calendar, because that's how you like stay sane here. And I agree. And I am trying. I am trying to do that. I'm actually trying to go do more outdoor stuff just after this. And yeah, that's my goal for today. And then this week, something else. I'm actually planning to have do I want to have a fancy stream on Sunday? I don't know. I haven't marketed it. I might just, because I make my own calendar and I have made my January calendar so full. I decided to organize a whole month course event thing on Loyal Plans. Like, that's a pressure I put on myself. Okay, I like it. I want to challenge myself, and it's been really nice, fun creating that. And then at the same time, I'm like switching the platforms. Like, actually, I'm removing all this content and putting it here, and then I have 2 studies, and then I wanted to do marketing photo shoot, and I'm having customers, few, not many, but few, and I'm really happy. And then all this, like, hey, let's throw a rave party. So, I'm busy, but happy busy. Mm, but okay, no stream. No stream on Fansly this Sunday. Let's take that back. And next week is next week. I'm not gonna talk about it now. Now we have this week. Mm, mm. I think I'm done now. I babbled for 1 hour, and that's also a joke I make. Look, I'm going. I'm just going. Keep going. I made a joke that I have topics I want to passionately talk about, like community, societal stuff, my work. Uh, and I talk about them so much that some of my closest people, they're like, "Oh, are you talking about this again? Like, could you please stop talking about eco villages?" Mm, and that's when I decided that I'm gonna start talking on the internet, because I have found other people who want to discuss eco villages just as much as I do. That's their work, that's their life, their research on the topic. Mm, and yeah, this is my passion. I want to babble about my things, the things I love, and why I do them, why I do them here, and why I want to do them with others. Hmm. Good timing. Okay. Anything? What do you have this week? How is your week looking? Something, like a small thing. Yes, eco villages, Arctic eco villages. Mm, yeah, that is something that I want to, like, I want to research that. I want to be a Arctic eco village specialist when I'm an adult. Because I have been thinking about the fact that it would be so much easier to just Mm, what is that up here? Mm, but it would be so much easier to just go to Spain or somewhere warm and then grow food there. I think the growing food and heating up the apartments that are the or those are the main. Underground greenhouse. Yeah, yeah. I just saw this. This. I think he was a man in Colorado or somewhere that gets really snowy. And he grew oranges in this underground greenhouse. And I think he had this thermal mass heater thing there, like he had built it. And then he heated the greenhouse during the winter and he was able to grow oranges there. Mm. So growing food in the Arctic is possible, but it just requires a bit more engineering, planning. That's what I would be really interested in doing, like having transdisciplinary, uh, like people with very different scientific and skill backgrounds coming together and then building something. Yeah, the light is the problem. Yeah, because it's so dark. Mm, but there are things that grow in the Arctic. I think it's also a matter of, mm, like, I think we people are so scared of letting go of our comforts that uh, we're afraid that what if we go sustainable? Like, I'm not going to have as much comfort. And unfortunately, that is true, but you're going to have much more peace of mind. And in the end, it's not the comfort that gives you a good night's sleep. I think it's the peace of mind. Uh, and that's also like my mission. I would like to be able to have a place where I could invite people and show them, like, hey, come here and live here for a while and see how you feel. Mm, was it the endless amount of various uh, culinary delicacies that you are now missing, or are you actually quite happy spending some of your time in a more peaceful setting and doing these down to earth connection with the earth things? Mm, like I don't want to eat just turnips or potato, but I am okay with having a more Arctic diet than mm, Middle Eastern diet or Middle East diet. Like it's really different when you live in a cold country and you have so little light. And I think that's something we need to be more okay with in the future and also not be so scared about that. Like I prefer eating mm, a bit more simply than having an uninhabitable climate. Like it's way worse if you like can eat chocolate, drive your personal car, and you drink your coffee and charge all your electric devices. But then you're living in a apocalypse, like this Mad Max desert environment. But if you live in a really lovely, mm, lots of plants, lots of animals, happy people, and then maybe you have to make your own tea out of something that grows in your yard. Uh, it's hmm, it's gonna look different. Let's continue on Arctic eco village topic. Yeah, I want to talk about that more, uh, but not now. I'm gonna go do outdoors. If you get there now, the next people will have it easier. I know, I know, and I really, because I'm a huge hiker, and when you hike, you have the mentality of leaving any place you stop at, like leave it better than you had it uh, when you stopped there. And I really, I really want to do my best to leave this place a bit better than I got it. Like I'm meaning the world, uh, Finland, Kainuu, this house. Mm, the whole theme of becoming a good ancestor is something that mm, it has stayed with me, and I think that's where I'm at in my life. I really hope to learn how to be a good ancestor and take care of this place for not just me, not just for my like closest friends, but for the future generations also. I think people are really bad at uh, long term planning. And I actually think that women are really good at that. I think we have a deeper connection to our bodies by default. And if you have a connection to your body, you have a connection to the earth, and earth is old. So I think by default, we have a just a bit deeper connection. I'm not saying men can't have that. I definitely think that men also can have that. I know men who have the connection. And that's what my doming work aims to do. I aim to be the be the space for men to search for that connection. And hmm, but okay, Arctic eco villages. That was a good term. We are very into Arctic here in Kainuu, Arctic Lakeland. Okay, now the dogs are going crazy outdoors. I have them there. Uh, Thank you for this Monday. Hope you got to drink your coffees or teas or whatever, and I hope you have a really lovely, lovely week. Mm, hmm. This will also be a recording if you want to uh, watch it from the beginning all over again. Okay, bye.